This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This conference will
So in the last class we discussed about how to store the content, how to save the file, how to open an existing file, how to check which version of MS Office we are working on, and have told you about how to assign a password to your file so that one who knows the password can only make changes to your file. Is that clear? Okay, in this class, so next what we are going to do is I would like to change the font. So I have a database here. Am I audible to you people? Please say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, here I have a database. So database
Ma'am, you're not
means it's
audible.
a collection of related data. Okay. So I have a
You're not audible.
database. For this database, I'm just selecting this information. I would like to change the font. So only for the selected information you'll be able to change. So I'll click here. So you have n number of font styles. You can select whichever style you wanted. You can change the font. You can increase the font size. Default it will be in caliber. Font size will be 11. So I have changed the font. I have increased the font size. If you want, you can decrease the font size. Okay. Now, if you want the first line to be bold, okay, my heading should be bold. So I'm selecting only the first row which has heading. I'll change that to bold. If you click on it once more, it will remove the bold effect. If you want italic, you can click on this italic. You'll get a slanting effect. Again click on it once more, it will be removed. If you want to underline, you can click on this underline. If you don't want, click on it again. So you can make it bold. Okay. So next, you can see here rows and columns. But if you see this in the preview, if I go to file, if you go to print, so it's not showing you rows and columns. Okay. So these are called as your grid lines. Grid lines will not appear when you take a printout. So what you have to do is you have to apply border before you take any printout. So you need to select the database. Here you have border. Either you can select only bottom border, top border, left or right. So instead of selecting it individually, you can select all borders. So it's going to apply the borders for the selected data. Now if you go to file, print, so in the preview you are able to see rows and columns for the selected database. Escape, again you're coming back to your screen. Okay. Next, if you want to change the background color, for the selected information, I want to change the background color. So what you're going to do here is you have fill color. For the selected information, you're changing the background color. So whichever background color you wanted, you can select. If you want to change even the text color, default text color will be black. So I'm changing even the text color. So here you have text color. You can select whichever color you wanted. Okay. If you want even the first row, again, I would like to change the fill color. I'm changing this to black. Text color, whichever color you wanted, you can select. So only for the selected information, you can fill this. Now suppose if I want to remove this filling, you can go for this text color. Text color, you can select automatic. It will again turn back to black. If you don't want filling, you can go to no fill. Filling is removed. If you don't want even borders, you can click on this, select no borders. Borders is also removed. Okay. Any doubts in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I've told you how to change the font, increase the font size. Either you can click on increase font size here or decrease, or you can select the value here. Okay. You can change even the bold, italic, underline, or you can apply the border. You can include the filling, that is background color. You can change even the font color. Now suppose if you have not saved the file, you can save the file. If you have saved the file already, you need to just click on save to save the changes. I'll just go to the next sheet. So we'll do some. Okay. So next, I want this data to be moved from H column. So what I'll do, I'll click on this cut option. Cut means I don't want my data to be present from A column. The entire selected information should be moved from I column. If I want to shift that to I column, you need to first select the information, select your database range, My data is commencing from A1 cell to E11 cell. So I'll click on this cut. If I click on cut, the selected information will get stored in the clipboard. So unless you don't paste it, content remains in the same location. Now if I click in this new cell and then if you click on paste, the content which is present, see if I click on this clipboard, so you can see one arrow mark here. If I click on this, I can check what is present in my clipboard. The data which you have selected and you have clicked on cut, that information is now present in my clipboard. If I click on paste, only if you click on cut or copy, that information will get stored in the clipboard. Now if you click on paste, now the data is moved from A column to I column. Now if I want to move it back to A column, again you click on cut, come back to this cell, again paste it. Now how many times you click on paste, you will get the same data. If you don't want, if you want to remove that content from the clipboard, you can click on this clear all. So clear all will remove the content from the clipboard. Now paste option is not active because you have removed the content from your clipboard. See, paste option will be active only if you click on cut or copy. Now paste option is inactive. Now again I'll select this. If I want the same content in two locations, same content I want it in two locations, then I can go for copy. So Control X is to cut, Control V is to paste. So Control X is to cut, Control V is to paste. Now I'll click on this copy. Copy shortcut key is Control C. If I click on this copy, now same content I would like to have it in two locations. Now after clicking on copy, now I am coming to a new cell. Now if I click on paste, same content is present in two locations. See, same content is present in two locations. If you don't want, you can press delete key. That data will get deleted. So I'll just repeat once again. Select the data. If you click on copy or cut, only then paste option will be active. If I click on copy, now you can see paste option is active. I want the same content in two locations. Now be in a new cell, you click on paste. Same content is present in two locations. If you click on clipboard, you can check it out. Whatever content you have copied, that is now present in your clipboard. Suppose if you want to remove the content from your clipboard, you have clear all option. You can click on this clear all. Now nothing is available in your clipboard. Paste option has become inactive. Suppose if you don't want this information, if you want to remove this, you can press delete key. Next you have Format Painter. Format Painter means now you have this city. For this column, I am changing the background color. I am changing the text color. I am applying the border. Now what are the formatting that I have done for this column? I have changed the background color, I've changed the text color, I've applied the border. So again, if you want the same formatting to be applied, I need to select this column and apply these styles. Okay, instead of that, I can select the cell which has got the new formatting. Click on this format painter. You can see one brush. You can select one single cell or you can select a range of cells. You can either select one single cell or a range of cells to apply the same formatting. Okay. See, you can select one single cell which has got the formatting. Click on this format painter. Select this range. So same formatting is applied. Suppose if you want this formatting to be applied, select this cell. Click on this format painter. Select the range. Again select the cell. Click on format painter. Select the range. Suppose if you want to undo, you can press Ctrl Z. So earlier how it was, I want to bring it back to the same state. Any doubts you have? Any doubts? Please respond.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you do a quick recap,
Any
ma'am?
doubts you have? Any doubts?
Ma'am, can you do a quick recap, ma'am?
Okay. Now you're selecting this database. Default, your text is aligned to left. Text is left aligned and you can see here numbers are right aligned. If you want to change the alignment, you need to select your database. You can click on this left align. The entire content is changed to left alignment. If you want to change this to right align or center aligned, you can select center aligned. If you want to change this to right align, select right align. Text will be always aligned to left. Numbers will be always aligned to right. But I want to change the alignment only for the selected data. You can change the alignment. So you can select the database, select either left align, center align or right align. If not, previously how you were having your data, if you want to bring it back to the same state, you can undo it by pressing Ctrl Z. Any doubts? Please respond.
No, ma'am.
Can you
You have
repeat?
any doubts? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you repeat? I couldn't hear you.
Okay. So I'll go to the next sheet. So we'll try some calculations or prior to that, I'll just show you how to prepare a calendar like this. See, if I click on this in your taskbar, you click here, you have a calendar, December month calendar. If I want to prepare this calendar, okay, you can just press print screen button once. Press print screen button once. Then to paste, either you can press Control V. Control V is to paste. You'll get the same screen as it is. Once you paste it, see here one more tab has been included, that is picture format. I'll click on this. Here you have crop tool. Go for this crop tool. Now I want to remove this unwanted portion. Only I want that calendar. See, I want to prepare a calendar like this. So here I'll type Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now I'll type here 1. I need not keep on typing 1, 2, 3. So select both the cells using full hand. You can drag it. Select both the cells, just drag it. Okay. I would like to insert a new row above this. So here you have an option, insert sheet row. So I'll click on this. New row is inserted above this weekdays. Here I'll type in the first cell, I will type December 2024. Now it is showing you December 2024. Now I want this heading to be centered up to this column. After typing here in this A1 cell, if you click on alignment center, only for A cell, that text will be aligned to center. But if I want that heading to be centered up to E column, if you want that heading to be centered, select this first cell and then select the range up to E column. Then you click on merge and center. Now you have here merge cell means it will merge cells. Merge center, it will come to the center. Merge cells means it will merge and it will show you the alignment left side. If I want to display it in the center, click on merge and center. Now I want to get the symbol, these two symbols. If I want to get these two symbols, be in the cell, in the F cell, F column first row, you can go to this insert tab. In the insert tab, you have symbols. There again, you click on the symbol. So here the font name is symbol. In the font symbol, I am selecting this symbol. Click on insert. Again close. Again come to this cell. Go to symbol. Again symbol. Select this. Close. Okay. Now I don't want this unnecessary space between these columns. So what I'll do, you can go to this format here, auto fit to column width. So whatever content I have typed, only that much space it has to take. Unnecessary space has to be removed. So you're going to format, you're selecting auto fit to column width. It will fit to whatever content is present inside your cell. Now, if I want to increase the row height or column width, so what I can do here is I can go to format, row height. So you can specify the row height. I want my row height to be 20. My row height has been increased to 20. Or if you want to still more increase it, go to format, row height. I'll increase this to 25. Row height is increased. If you want to increase even the column width, so you go to format, column width. I am increasing the column width to column width to 5. Okay. Now, since you have increased the row height and column width, it is not looking proper. I want the content to be in the center of the cell. So you can select this. See, now it is in the bottom of the cell. All my content is in the bottom. If I select top, inside the cell, my content is in the top of the cell. If I select center, it is in the center of the cell. If I select bottom, it is in the bottom of the cell. If you want the formatting to be done properly, you can select, see, this top border, top align, middle align and bottom align. This is done only if you have increased the row height or column width. You can see that alignment properly. If you have not increased the row height, then this formatting, if you do, it is not going to be, means you will not come to know when you select the content should be displayed in the top of the cell or in the middle or in the bottom of the cell. Okay, only if you increase the row height, then if you select this alignment, top alignment, you can see it is in the top of the cell or in the center of the cell or in the bottom of the cell. Now I'll select alignment center as well as middle align, so that the formatting will be in the center. Okay, now if I want to change even the background color, if I want to change the background color, I can go for this fill color. You click on this fill color, whichever background color you wanted, you can select. Background, if you want black, you can select black. If you want text color, I'll change this to yellow or orange. Okay. Now, if you want holidays, so Sunday column, I want to display it in red color. I can change this to red color, and Christmas, it's a holiday. So you are selecting this in red color. So like this, you can create a calendar. Any doubts you have?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Any doubts? Please respond.
Ma'am, can you repeat once again?
No, ma'am.
Next, here you have orientation. Change the orientation of the text present inside your cell, either vertically or horizontally. So I'll type Excel. I can go for this orientation. See, I can change the orientation of the cell. If I drag it, it will show you the same content in all the cells. Now again, I can change the orientation. Again, select the cell. You can change the orientation. Again, if you want to bring back to the normal state, you can go to this format cell alignment, change it back to 0, 0 degree. It will come back to the normal state. So this is about your orientation. So you can rotate your text vertically or horizontally inside the cell. Any doubts you have? Any doubts? Am I fast? Please respond.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you
Okay.
repeat the last session once again?
Next, you have this wrap text. Wrap text, that is without increasing the column width. If I want my text to be displayed in multiple lines, I can use this wrap text. Now, if I type NICT computer education, it looks as though it has continued in the other cell, but it has not continued in the other cell. If I click on this, if I double click here, your column width will get increased. The entire thing is present in a single cell. Okay. If you want to undo, you can press Ctrl Z. Okay. So if I just double click here, the entire content is present in that single cell. Okay. Either you can undo again. Now, if you want this to be displayed in multiple lines without increasing the width of the column, I want to display this content in multiple lines. So I'll be selecting this wrap text option. If you click on this wrap text, See, now the text is displayed in multiple lines. If you want your text to be displayed in multiple lines, you can go for this wrap text. Again, if you click on it, now it is showing you in the same cell. If I click on this, it is shown in multiple lines. Even then, if you want to display it in 3 lines, just little bit increase this width. Then you can double click here. The entire content will be displayed in that cell. If you don't want, click on wrap text. Wrap text allows you to display the content in the same cell in multiple lines. Any doubts?
Ma'am, how to increase column length?
Okay. So if I want to insert a new row, I'll go for this insert sheet row. New row has been added before that heading. Suppose if you want to remove that row, go for delete sheet row. So to insert, go to insert sheet row. If you want to delete, go to delete sheet row. Suppose if you want to insert a column, go to insert sheet column. New column has been added before that column. If you don't want, you can delete that column. In between these two columns, if you want to add a new column, go for insert. You be in the cell, insert sheet column. See, new column has been inserted between city and product. If you want to delete that, go to delete sheet column. Now I want to include a new row above this. Go for insert sheet row. So I'll just type product details. So here default, when you type any content in the cell, font will be caliber, font size is 11, and your text color is black. But if you want this new formatting what you have applied for your database, then select the cell, click on this format painter, which is going to copy this format to this particular cell or range of cell. So I want the same formatting to be applied for this cell. Just select that cell, click on format painter. You can see a brush, select this cell. This same formatting is applied here. Now I want this heading. See, if I click on alignment center, for A column, that heading is aligned to center. I'll remove this alignment center. I want this heading to be centered up to E column. See, I have how many columns? City, product, month, quantity and value. So I have 5 columns. For this 5 columns, if you want this heading to be centered, you should type this heading in A1 column, select up to E column, then you click on merge and center. If you click on merge and center, now the heading is merged up to this E column. Any doubts? Any doubts you have?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Pro-
So you know about wrap text. Without increasing the column width, if I want my cell content to be displayed in multiple lines, go for wrap text. if you want your heading to be centered for multiple columns, then you can go for merge and center. Suppose if you want to increase the row height, select your data, go to format, go to row height. So I'll increase the row height to say 20. Row height has got increased. Again go to format, auto fit to row height. It should fit to whatever content that I have typed. Again go to format, column width. If I want to increase the column width or decrease, you can make the changes here. I've given 50, 15, it has got increased. See, you can see unnecessary space between each and every column. But here in the second column, I have data, but even then it's not visible properly. I can go to this auto fit to column width. So it will fit to whatever content that you have typed, and it's going to remove unnecessary space between the column. If I want to know the standard width of the column, so default standard width is 8.43. You can increase the column width or you can increase the row height. But if you want to know the standard column width, so it is 8.43. Default column width will be 8.43. Now suppose for this value column, I want to change the currency format. Select only the values. You can click on this pop down. You have currency symbol. So if you want to change that to dollar, you can change that to dollar. Again, select pound, or you can select euro currency, or you can change that to N. Suppose if you want to remove this currency, here it is showing you accounting. You can change it back to general. If you change it back to general, you're going to get back your normal values, or you can bring it back. So select only the value. Here you can change the currency format. You can change that to dollar or pound or euro currency or N, or if you want to change this to rupees, go for more accounting formats. You can change this to rupee. Okay. If you don't want, change it back to general. Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I have values here. So I want to change this to percentage. You can change this to percentage. If you want your normal values, you can click on general, or you can change this to percentage. Suppose if you want to have a comma separator, select only the column which has got some value. You can go for this comma style. So automatically you will get even the decimal places. Default it is showing you 2 decimal place. You can still more increase, or you can decrease the decimal place. Or if you don't want to have decimal, you can remove that. Suppose if you don't want to have this comma, instead of custom, change it back to general. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Any doubts? Please respond.
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
So I'll come back to this part later. We'll go on to this auto sum functions. This symbol is my summation. Okay. Here you have auto sum functions. You have sum, average, maximum, minimum, count, product. So these are my auto sum functions. I have name, subject 1, subject 2, total, average, maximum, minimum, count. So you can have some names here. Now I would like to find the sum. So always formula should commence with an equal sign. Equals, my value is present in D column second row and E column second row. So I'll use the function sum. Open the bracket. You can select the range. Your value starts from D2 to E2. Either you can type it by yourself, D2, put a colon, E2. Okay. Close the bracket, press enter. Now, once you have got this total, I need not calculate for each and every cell. You have a fill hand here. You can drag it. It will show you the formula. It will show you the values. If you go to the cell in the formula bar, it is showing you the cell reference. It is showing you the formula. Now, automatically the cell reference has been changed. It is from D3 to E3. Here it is D4 to E4. Here it is D5 to E5. Here it is D6 to E6. Okay, I'll just show it once again. Always formula should commence with an equal sign. Equals sum. You can select these two cell range. Close the bracket. Enter. Go back to the cell. Instead of dragging, I can double click on this. Okay, double click. Formula is copied to rest of the cells. I need not calculate for each and every cell. If you go to the cell, you can see the cell reference, references changed. Okay, see it has changed. Similarly, if I want to find the average, formula should commence with an equal sign. You have a function average. Average of again these two marks, that is D2 to E2. Close the bracket, enter. Now just double click. Formula is copied to rest of the cells. Suppose if you don't want to have this decimal, or if you want to increase the decimal, you can increase or decrease the decimal. If you want to know the highest value, then you can use this max function. Equals max, open the bracket. I want to find the maximum value based on my total column. My value will be commencing from F2 to F6. So select this range. Close the bracket, enter. So out of this total, one person has scored highest marks, that is 165. Similarly, if I want to know the minimum value, always formula should commence with an equal sign. Equals minimum, open the bracket, select the range. Close the bracket, enter. So here I should not drag. Among this total, you are selecting the highest and the lowest value. Max function will give you the highest value. Min function will give you the lowest value. So count function. So it will give you the count of records present. So I have totally how many records? I have 5 records. If I want to know the count, you can use this function count. Equals count, open the bracket. So I'll again select this total column. I'm mentioning the range of this total column, that is F2 to F6. Close the bracket, enter. So totally I have 5 records. It will give you the count as 5. Later on, if you want, you can change the background color. You can change the text color. If you want to have heading, you can insert a new row here. You can give a heading. Now you have typed that content in the cell. Up to this column, I want this heading to be centered. You should type it in the cell, select the range, click on merge and center. Even for this, if you want to change the background and the foreground color, you can select it. So similarly, any doubts you have?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Am I fast? Are you able to understand?
Yes,
Please let
ma'am.
me know.
We are able to understand.
If you want to find the total, always formula should commence with an equal sign. Equals, function name is sum. Open the bracket. Your cell reference starts from D3 to E3. Close the bracket, enter. Go back to that cell. You can just double click. Again, be in the cell, equals,
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
average. Open the bracket. You're finding the average based on your marks. Your marks is present in D3 to E3 cell. Close the bracket, enter. Go back to this cell. You have a fill hand. Either you can drag it or double click. Formula is copied to rest of the cells. Equals, max. Open the bracket. You're finding the maximum highest value on this total column. Your total column value, it is commencing from F3 to F7. So in this total, who is getting the highest value, that is displayed here. Again, equals, minimum is my function. Open the bracket. On the basis of total, close the bracket, enter. If you want to know how many records are present, equals, count. Open the bracket, select again this total column, close the bracket. So you have 5 records. So we have left over with product function. I have name of item, quantity, rate, amount. I want 5 registers. Rate of each register is 200 rupees. Notebook, either ruled or unruled. So I would like to have 10 numbers. Each cost me 50 rupees. Then I wanted to have 10 pens. Each costs me, say, 5 rupees each. Now if I want to use the function product, I want to multiply quantity with rate. So I'll use, always formula should commence with an equal sign, equals, product. My value commences from D10 to E10. Enter. So, so 5 multiplied by 200, you're getting the total value 1000 here. You need not calculate for each and every cell. Just double click here. Formula is copied to rest of the cells. If you go to that cell, cell reference has changed. Again, if you go to this cell reference is changed. Later, you can select this range. You can change the formatting, background and foreground color, like this. Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts you have? Okay. I want to uh, whenever I type anything or whatever I have typed in my database, you have taken one hard copy. You want to check this report, what you have typed, as well as whatever printout you have taken the same thing. If you want to cross check whether it is same. So what I can do is you can click on this. This is my quick access toolbar. You can go to this quick access toolbar, go to more commands. Here you can select all commands, all commands. Here you can go for speak cell. You have speak cell. See, in your quick access toolbar, you have save, undo, redo. I want to include these things. If I go for speak cell, okay, where you have to go? You have to go to file. You have to click on this quick access toolbar. You have a pop down there. See, you can click here, customize quick access toolbar. I would like to include some more commands there. Click on this pop down, go to more commands. Here you are supposed to select all commands. Here just type yes. It will show you names commencing from S. I'll go for speak cells. Speak cells. Click on this.
No,
Then you click on OK. Now here you can see speak cell. Speak cell. Here you have speak cell. You can go for this column wise. I'll just come back 2 minutes.
Ma'am, we can't hear you. Ma'am, can we leave?
Hello. Have you tried out whatever I have told? Please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
Any
ma'am.
doubts you have? I'm not able to hear. You have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No,
No.
ma'am.
Everyone, there's no doubt.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So far, whatever I've told today, you have understood.
Yes, ma'am.
You people have understood. No doubts
Yes,
at all.
Ma'am.
Okay. Now here you can see some more buttons. If I click on the speak cell, column wise if you want. You can click on this column. Column wise, it's going to read whatever is content present in that cell. If you want row wise, it will go row wise. Are you getting it? Or if you don't want this anymore, you have to click on this speak cell on enter. Again, if I type anything, it's not going to tell what content you have typed in that cell. It will stop. Suppose if I want to remove these tools, if you want to remove those things, again go back here, more commands, remove this. Speak cells, rows, remove. Speak cells, column. Speak cells, stop speaking cells, and speak cells. And this also, speak cells on enter. Remove this. Now, see, it is not available. Default in your quick access toolbar, you have this undo, redo, save. Any doubts you have on this speak cells?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Please respond. I'll not know whether you people are understanding or not. Please respond. Speak cells, do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
No,
No
ma'am.
doubts? Okay. Because in the next class, whatever I have taught so far, I want you people to do it and send it me in the WhatsApp. Whatever I have told from the beginning, I want you people to send those things. Has to be sent in Excel workbook. In different sheets, you should have different things what I have told today and send it me in the WhatsApp group. Everyone are present today. If you have joined and if you have just disconnected, you will not be getting your attendance. You have joined and if you disconnect, you will not get your attendance. Now, if you want to get the total value here, you can be in the cell. Either you can directly click on this auto sum function. It's going to select the range by itself. You can press enter. You'll get the total value.
Bro, I saw a
You need to
movie,
just
bro.
click. You want to get the total value here. Okay. You want to get the sum of this above value. Be in this new cell. You click on this auto sum function. It will automatically display equals, function name is sum, and your range commences from E3 to E12. If not, what you can do is you can press Alt plus. If you press Alt plus, Alt and plus sign, you will get the total value. Either you can press Alt plus or you can click on this auto sum function. Click on auto sum function to get the total value. If not, you can press Alt plus sign. you will get the total value. Any doubts? Okay. Okay. Next, I want to find monthly salary, daily salary, hourly, and annual salary. So what I'll do, I'll type monthly salary here. I'll type daily salary, hourly salary, annual salary. Now I want this to be displayed in multiple lines. So I can select this wrap text option. See, without increasing my column width, the data is displayed in multiple lines. Click on wrap text, again wrap text, wrap text. My heading is displayed in multiple line without increasing my column width. So I'll type the salary here, say 20,000, 35, 47. Now, if I want to know my daily salary, always formula should commence with an equal sign. So excluding Sundays. So my salary is present in A2 cell, A2 divided by 25. Okay, 25 or 26 days. Okay, press enter. So this is my daily salary equals A2 divided by 25. Just double click here. Formula is copied to rest of the cells. My daily salary will be for 20,800. For 35,000 it will be 1,400. For 47,000 it is 1,800. 880. This is my daily salary. If I want to calculate hourly salary, equals, in A2 cell I have my salary, A2 divided by 25 divided by 8 hours. Okay. So hourly salary will be 100, 175, 235. Now if I want to calculate the annual salary, equals, in A2 cell I have my salary multiplied by 12, it will give you my annual salary, that is yearly. So just double click, formula is copied to rest of the cells. Later, if you want to insert a new row, you can go to insert sheet row. I'll type the heading as salary details. You have typed that in the first cell. Go to that first cell, select up to D column, merge and center. If you want to increase the row height, you can go to format, go to row height. I'll type 25 or 30. Row height is increased. If you want that content to be in the center of the cell, you select alignment center as well as top align. Now center, middle align and center align. If you want to change the background, You can select the background color. You can change the text color. If you want to include even the border, you can select the border. Any doubts you have?
No, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Please respond.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I want all these things to be sent to me tomorrow in the Excel worksheet. So we'll end up the session today. We'll continue in tomorrow's class. Thank you.